and welcome back to the Peachy Crochet channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Petra, and if you're coming back, welcome back, and I hope you guys are ready for an exciting video today. As I'm sure you can tell from the title of today's video, this is going to be a market prepping day, and our focus is going to be on crochet kittens. I have been selling and crocheting kittens like crazy recently. When I do my markets, I've got them in a cardboard box that says adopt a kitten, and I always hear so many comments about it and people think it's absolutely amazing. I'm not sure who started the trend of putting them in a box to adopt them, but it's literally the best idea ever. So I've already got some kittens, I think like 6, that I've already done all the crocheting for. I just need to stuff them and then add all the details. So we're going to start with those ones and then we'll see what other colours we want to do. So we've got 7 kittens here, all different colours. And so they just need to be stuffed and then details added, and then we can move on to some other colours. But this will probably take me like an hour. We'll see, it might take me a little bit longer. But yeah, so we'll get these guys done first. Since I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of brain power at the moment, no counting or anything, I thought we could just have a little chat about some life updates. So I'm going to be doing a market every Saturday now, which is really exciting. And it's really local to me. It's only in Matakana, which is like 15 minutes for me. So I'm really excited about that, and it's inside. I feel like for winter markets, you really don't want to be outside because the weather is just so unpredictable, and the last thing you want is to be outside while it's super windy and rainy and there's not even anyone there at the market. So I've already done this market a couple of times, and hi Twilight, my crochet buddy. What was I saying? So yeah, I've already done this market a few times, and I did their Christmas markets there, I think the year that I first started crocheting, and they were really good for me. It's a really well-known market, so it's like a different crowd every single time, which is really great. And then for the table inside, it's only $20, so even if I don't sell a lot, it's still pretty worth it for me because there's always new people coming in. So starting, not this weekend, but the weekend after, I'm going to be doing that every Saturday till October. This Saturday I've actually got a craft party that I've planned for all my wedding DIYs, and I'm really excited for that. For those of you who don't know, I'm getting married in November, which is right before Christmas, so I'm getting a little nervous about how wedding planning and then also getting ready for all my busiest markets of the year are going to go. So at the moment I'm just kind of thinking about getting as much crochet done now as I can, like all the market prep and stuff, doing that all now before I get really busy with wedding planning. And also I get quite a few custom orders around Christmas time as well, so that'll also be really busy for me, as well as, you know, just like general life stuff that's always really busy for some reason, because, you know, life. And yeah, those are the main updates. So I'm really excited about doing a market every Saturday, especially inside, because markets in winter are actually a lot slower than summertime for a lot of people. So I think it's good just to do one market in a weekend. I've already booked a lot of markets for summer as well, and I've got the Ko-Fi Festival as well, which I did last year. If you haven't watched the vlog for that, it should be somewhere on my channel. But that was the busiest market I have ever done before. It was insane. I thought it was going to be like a good day, but I didn't realize it was going to be like a crazy day. So I've got really high hopes again for that this year. That's in like mid-October. So I want to get a lot of prep for that done as well. I think last time I was there I sold well over 70 items. So my store was looking so bare by the end of the day. I just remembered another update that I have for you guys. So in September, I'm having a spring launch, 1st of September, which is a Monday, which I think is really fitting. at the beginning of the week. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be mainly like flowers, very pastel, very cute, very like cottagecore. I've already got a new pattern that I've designed for it. I think I showed it in my last vlog, but I'll show it to you guys again since it's right here. It's so cute. It's a little mossy turtle with like some pink flowers and some like moss spots. I don't have a name for it yet, but I just think it's absolutely adorable. I had this like vision in my head and I think I brought it to life the best that I could, but in my mind it was a lot more realistic looking, which is really hard to get with crochet, but I think it looks really good. This was my first attempt as well. I think I really wanted like a fluffier yarn for the moss, but finding fluffy yarn is already such a challenge, and finding like a nice green fluffy yarn is almost impossible. I've had a look online and most of them are like neon green, which is not really what I want. I want like a nice, like either like a light mossy colour or like a darker green. I'm sure I'll find one, but it's just finding one that also ships to New Zealand. If you live in New Zealand, you know the struggle of no one shipping anything to New Zealand unless you pay like $40 shipping, which I do not want to do. And another thing I'm really sad about is that Hobby has actually stopped shipping yarn to New Zealand and I think Australia as well. And I missed the cutoff for getting my last order in. Because if you've watched my like OG beginner vlogs, I had so many yarn hauls from Hobby, and I've still got a few actually that I haven't uploaded because I was gonna do a whole vlog, and then I literally only did a yarn unboxing and maybe like a few little clips, and that's it. But let me know if you guys want to see some like a yarn unboxing compilation then or something. But yeah, I think they should still ship to New Zealand because they've got such a big range as well, and their baby snuggle honey bunny yarn was like my absolute favourite. I think I mainly use Parfait Chunky now. If you're in New Zealand and you're looking for like a nice chenille yarn, definitely check out Flock of Knitters. I think they import it and then they just sell it in New Zealand, so the shipping is like 2 to 3 days, which is amazing, instead of waiting like almost a month for yarn. Otherwise, Spotlight has some, I don't really like their chenille yarns. They do have one that they've just come out with by Motivera. I think I've got it, oh yeah. This one, they're like blankie yarn. It's very similar to Brunette Blanket, but it's a little stiffer to work with, which I really like a really smooth slippery yarn because I can crochet really fast with it. And they've got some good colours as well, so some like nice bright colours, because Brunette Blanket, they really only do like beigey sunsetty colours. They don't really have a lot of solids either. Like this is Brunette Blanket and it's so cute for like a little calico kitty. Or they've got this one for like a little tabby. Another really good place to look for yarns is Spotlight do like mill end bags, which is like end of the line yarn. And I usually get a really good deal there because, let me see if I can find. So this is a mill end bag, so it had these two in it. And I think this was only like $16. But then if you buy like a big, I think it's 300 grams of Brunette Blanket, it's like 30 something dollars, which is a lot. But I mean, it is 300 grams, but $34 is definitely a lot to spend on yarn. I think a lot of people who come to markets think that yarn is really cheap. Yeah, there's definitely some that are cheap, but in most case, yarn is usually like $16, and like in my experience, that's the average in New Zealand dollars. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the cost of a product is actually the time making it, but still, especially if you're using like a expensive yarn, like a fluffy yarn, or the chenille yarns are quite expensive. But if you're just using like a regular, what do you call it, like 8-ply yarn that's like acrylic, you can usually get that for like $2. So I think that's where the misconception comes in, from people thinking like your crochet product should be a lot cheaper because the yarn is only like $2, but it's not $2, it's more like $16 or $30. Another reason why I love the chenille yarn is because it crochets up so fast. When I first started learning how to crochet, I was using just like regular yarn, and I could not. I find it so much easier to work with this yarn, and even just like seeing your stitches, you can like actually see them really clearly and like know what's going on. So if you are a beginner crocheting or just learning, I would recommend that you start with a thick yarn. I mean, that's just my experience in my opinion, but I think it's so much easier to see your stitches, and it's not too hard to work with. And using a big hook, like let me show you. It's gonna be so much easier to see what you're doing if you're working with a hook like this rather than a hook like this. I've also tried micro crochet, which was like insanely hard. I made a couple of pairs of earrings, but that's kind of it, and I kind of stopped doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna continue with this because I'm rambling too much, and I think I will work faster if I just focus on this and don't talk. So I'll come back to you guys when I've made some decent progress. Okay, here's all the kittens. I'm literally struggling to hold them all, but they turned out so cute. And so now we're going to pick the colours for the next kittens that we're going to do. These are going to be our next 3 colours. So I've got white because this is definitely the most popular colour for kittens. And then I've got this like burnt orange, which looks really cute too. And then I got this one recently. It's like, I don't know if you can see the colours very well, but it's very like sunsetty. There's a bit of like orange, yellow, purple in it, a little bit of pink. So we'll give it a go. We'll see how it looks. I'm not completely convinced, but it's a kitten and it's colourful, so it'll probably be cute. Okay. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm not completely convinced on the colours, but I'm sure someone will love it. I've also got this pen like literally memorized now because I've made it so many times recently, which makes me crochet them faster, so I don't mind. Adorable little kitties. I'm still not sure about this one, but someone will love it. And then I also decided to do a pink one as well, if you can see the pink. This yarn was like, it's so stiff to work with, so that was literally like an arm workout, but oh well. So that's a lot of kittens today. I might just do one more white one and then we'll call it a day for kittens. Here's the last kitten all finished. And this whole box is full of kittens now. Oh my gosh, they're little butts. But yeah, we'll do a quick recap of all the ones we've made. We've got 2 white ones, and then we had the like burnt orange one, this little multicolour sunset buddy, and this chunky pink one. And then we've got 2 of these like calico ones, a little black kitty, 2 plain brown kitties, and 2 little tabbies. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you made it all the way to the end, leave a little cat emoji, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay peachy. Bye!